So what's the magic in live music?
So it started for me, obviously, as you mentioned, a really young age. My dad always like playing music and getting me into different music. And, when I discovered Phish when I was like 11, and he took me to my first Phish show, I didn't really know what to expect. I knew that I loved concerts. I knew that I loved Phish, and I was really excited. And I knew it was like a big deal, going to see my first Phish show. And I remember, getting there and everyone being like, "Oh my God, you're like such a little kid at a Phish show. Like, so cool." And and then the lights go down and the crowd roars, and it's immediately, whether you like Phish or not, like you would know, Mom, being there, decades ago and not being super into the music, but there's the sense of community in that
Yeah.
first second. As soon as the lights go down, everybody's attention is on the stage. Everybody is so excited. Everybody is part of the crowd on that night. It's not a bunch of different people. It's the audience at the Phish show is ready to go. They're ready to receive whatever the band is about to put out. And there's just a feeling of community that you can't ignore. You can't feel as soon as the lights go down at a Phish show. And it happens at every concert to a certain degree, but I have still felt nothing like a Phish show in that regard.
Yeah.
Okay,
And that's
so-
that communing in joy that I think is primal.
Collective effervescence.
Yeah. It's this idea that like we're all in this space together and we're going to be joyful and attentive, like you were saying, Ryan, focused. We're not going to be looking at our phones. We're not going to be having conversations. We're going to be attending to being joyful together in a way that I think always makes me think that there's some primal unmet need in our society.
Yeah.
That is like, we used to do this. We used to sing to the moon. We used to dance and chant and beat drums. And that was like an integral part of who we were and how we felt connected to the earth and to each other. And we don't do that anymore. And I think that's what you get in a Phish show is like, you have this sense of this deep inner ache that's being met in a way that is so surprising to me. I mean, I see these huge men who probably never get to move, like do big body movements, just like moving. They can't dance for shit, but they're like moving, and nobody cares. And you're like, yes, like get after it. Like let your body go. And we have no chance to release like that in our daily lives anymore. And I think it's really a huge part of what's making us all angry.
Yeah. I mean,